Namaste friends. So here we are once again in front of you for today's pose. Still we are with the standing poses. The next pose which we are going to share with you here, the alignments for the warrior one. So it's not only the pose warrior, right? So the warrior, you must have to feel like a warrior, that you are ready to fight. So warrior means it has to be more strong. The pose more has to be grounded. So warrior, you have to feel the warrior inside yourself. So how to come into this pose, the warrior, first and foremost, which we have to learn about that way. So Mr. Shobhit, please come to the warrior one. First from the Tadasana. From the Tadasana, bring your right leg back. So here we have to feel how to come into this pose. What is my alignment for this pose? So come back to the Tadasana once again. So from here the Tadasana, if my client is going, just must have to check that the pelvic has to be neutral first. So bring your right leg back and make sure once again back to Tadasana. Bring your both hands on your pelvis like this way. So you must have to feel the front part of your hip bone here, that when I'm going backwards, just you can bend the knee also, right? Just bend your knee, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up, this way, right? You can go and stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. This is the way you can go to the Tadasana. For beginners, that we can know pelvic should be maintained neutral. So here, this is the pose which we can say. So from here that, if we say about this pose, this is the knee has to be facing forward. After my client is balanced on the back leg. Here we ask for the stability also, we can check. Next thing we can go. So can you please slightly shift your posture slightly backwards, this leg more backwards. You can change the alignment, don't worry. This heel has to be touched on the wall. Bring it. So here you can apply the pressure, back leg has to be active too. One more thing guys, this is 45. People say this is 45. But if the person has a hip tightness, change. How we can change? It has to be slightly inwards, 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 and lift your heel up this way. And now bend your front leg. And you can feel that there is a more hip opening. This is for the beginner level, right? This is for the beginner level. No need to get into the 45 first. You can change the alignment like this way, or you can do 92 for more hip opening. So here we can see, you have to check this knee has not to be crossed over this ankle. If you are going this is wrong. It is creating more pressure on your knee joint. So this is wrong too. So cut here. So it has to be 90 in line with the center of the knee, in line with the center of the ankle here. So don't cross your knee over the ankle, because it creates more compression on the knee joint and to the ankle joint too. So here after that, if you sit, first and foremost go back. So first check your pose. Am I neutral with my pelvis, or am I putting extra, or my pelvis is drooping one side or rotating either side too. After that you have to ask the client, right? After that you have to ask the client that from here just sit on your front leg, sit on your front leg, sit on your front leg, sit on your front leg. That's it. Knee has to be in line with the ankle. Then cut the ribs from here, soften your ribs, then bring your hands on the front first. No need from here go directly this. Just bring into the first here, just feel the stretch and then go upwards. Then bring your hand upwards. This neck muscle has to be relaxed, and there is a space between the ear lobes and your shoulders. And finger muscle has to be engaged, and you have to feel like a warrior in the warrior one. So make sure we have to go this way, and if the knee is rotating one side, this side. If it is rotating this side, ask the client to press your outer feet, center. If it is rotating outside, ask the client press your inner feet muscles. Press, yes, where you can feel here. If the arch is flattening here, lift your toes up. Arch is there. So this modification you can use with the warrior 1. If we change the pose from here now, mostly what happens with the warrior, when you ask the client that in the warrior, person mostly go this way, and they drop that like this. You ask warrior 1, they drop like this. This is the wrong way, guys. The first and foremost, how we have to come to the pose, that just slightly come to the warrior 2 first, change, here we go, right, here you are now. No, not a final pose, just like this way. Now rotate your back leg 45, 45, 45, 45, right? Are you stable here? So don't move from the pelvis first. How to teach the beginners, the warrior 1. This is the mistake which happens with the beginners. Don't teach them that we have to move like this way. How we have to move it? Bring your hands on your ribs first. This is the way. So we have to move the ribs first. We don't have to drop the pelvis. I am here, right? I am here now. This is warrior 1. So if I am doing mistake, what the people mistake do? This. They don't move from the ribs first. So rotate your ribs and rotate from your, no need to fulfill the completely, rotate the ribs first. Very nice. So this is first, the warrior 1 comes from the rotation of the ribs, my dear friends. Then rotate the pelvis, sit on the front leg, soften your ribs, lengthen your spine, hands on the front first, then up. Is it more comfortable for you? Yes. So this is the beginner's mistake, that what they try to do, they are not moving the ribs first, they are drooping the pelvis. First and foremost, you have to move from your rib cage, right? Then pelvic has to be faced forward, then sit on the front leg and to the 1. So this way you can do the modification of the warrior 1. Second way, if I go, problem with the knee pain nowadays, this is the common problem, the knee pain, right? So for the stability of the knee joint, we can use the block 2. So two things happen here now, we can use the block 2. So just ask the client to face towards the wall. So bring your right leg back, bring it close a little bit more. So some people, they try to place the ball block like this. This is wrong, because again it is creating compression on the knee joint, right? It is creating the compression on the knee joint. So this is wrong too. This placement is wrong if you have any pre-existing knee injury. So you have to place the block, rather to place like this. This is, you can see what is happening. The patella, the kneecap is pressing here more, and it is very gliding joint. So it can create more compression on your soft tissues here, guys. So the placement should not be like this if you have any pre-existing knee injury. The placement, you have to place the block along with your shin bone, the tibia. And you have to ask the client, just gently, firmly press it. So this is the positioning which we have to use. You have to place this block along with the shin bone. So this is the placement which you can use. Release. So we don't have to use this way, we have to use this way, along the shin bone here, right? The next modification, if we talk about the warrior 1. Okay guys, the another way for the modification, for the preparation, if you want to go more deeper into the warrior 1, you can prepare this stretch too. So what we have to do here, the back leg is just close to the wall, front leg on the chair. This is the way. Just preparation we are doing, right? We are not going for the final pose here. So you can feel that the back leg feels more stretch here, and make sure this knot has to be crossed. This is wrong. If you are crossing the ankle, see pelvic is drooping, lower arch is getting more here. So you have to lift up highly. Knee, no need to get into the 90, you can release before 90 also, feel it here. And the back leg, if you feel that we have a feeling more deep stretch and the pelvic is drooping here and there, just we have to use the block underneath the back heel. So you can create a more space here. And if you want to stretch the spine too with that, you can hold it here and lengthening the spine a little bit, but this is comes under the forward bending, so we are not using this one here now, just the preparation, getting more deeper into the warrior one. So with the help of the block, with the help of the chair, you can make the warrior one in this way too. So guys, it has to be focused that in the warrior one too, must have to check the all alignment from the knee, from the ankle to the knee, to the pelvis, to the spine, shoulders, neck muscles, and rib has to be softened. So the next modification which we are going now for the warrior one. So we can use the chair too for warrior one. So just can you bring your right leg inside the chair from here. Now see, this is the way you can do. If the person is not able to sit, or the person is able to sit on the back leg, we need this block, right? On the back leg we need this block. We can use the cushion too, like this way the person can sit comfortable on the cushion. Pelvic, you can see facing forward, and from here you can go to the upward position of your shoulders. So this is, you can use the chair. If the back leg you feel more tightness, it is not rotating inside or outside, you can use the chair here. You can use the block on the back leg. You can use one block, you can use two block, depends upon the tightness with your students. So this is the one way you can use. If you feel any compression here, you can bring your hands down and hold the chair. Just feel the stretch reflex first here. So again I am showing you the another way, the same way how to come into this pose. Go back, Shobit, slightly, little bit backwards. Come out of the chair. Again, one by one we have to go step by step. So bring your right leg forward. This is the way. And here, as you come here, find your comfortable position first. Right? What we have to find? Find your comfortable position first. There is no race, no competition that we have to stretch more. We have a competition with ourselves. So find your stretch zone, find your comfort zone. Bring the block underneath your back heel, the back leg. Place the cushion here. You can use the bolster too, if the person is comfortable to sit on the bolster. If the arch is drooping here, lift your toes up. Knee has to be facing forward. Pelvic neutral, no compression. Ribs soft. Lengthen your neck muscles. Chin up. Look at your eye level. Hands forward and upwards. No pressure on the neck muscles. Space between the earlobe and the shoulders. So these are the modifications that you can use with the warrior one. And make sure guys, as we have discussed already before, in the warrior one preparation like this way, you have to stand like this, rotate, back leg 45, not possible, make it 90, not possible, 90 is also a problem, go like this. Place the back heel on the wall and don't rotate from your pelvis first, this is wrong way. Rotate from your ribs. So rotate your ribs first, then pelvis, then sit on your front leg, hand forward and up, and this is the warrior one modification you can do. So preparation, how to prepare, stretches are there, close hip position is there with the warrior one. So this is the way, when you are in the pose, you have to feel I am like a warrior. So it is not, the warrior is not like this way. This is not the warrior. How the warrior stands? The warrior stands like with the confidence, like something in the eyes. So feel the pose that I am a warrior here. Everything has to be engaged and grounding to your feet, muscles, and each and every muscle from toes to the skull has to be activated. Then you become warrior. So thank you so much for joining us for this alignment and adjustment with the warrior one. Hope to see you soon for the next class. Namaste. Have a nice day.